Hey everybody, Asher here. Welcome back to Dorenkol, the land of vomit and the spattering of dog blood. This is also known as Diamond Weald. We are a hamlet, and if we look at the world here today, this is the world, and our mountain is... Ugh. Anyway, we're here. The site government is the most hammer, so that's fun. There is a button down here for starting a squad, and as you can see, we need to be working on our security, and we're going to be doing that here very shortly. But before we go there, I do want to just point out that there's a lot of stuff going on here, both in terms of storage, yet strangely, if we look at our stocks, we have not actually got, like, anything, unless I'm missing something. I have a lot of stones, but I don't think any of these, it's not limonite. So yeah, lignite, unless I missed something. Don't think we have anything with iron yet. And one of the things that they're asking for trading is for us to make ammunition. We also have none. So I'm going to need to rely on bones for that. But we're gonna work on that maybe right now. Let's go ahead and build a workshop here for farming. I'm going to do some of this while paused, and we'll figure this out. Now, this is going to be kind of my animal processing area. Gross, I know, but... if you want to know how the sausage is made, in researching this game, I'm sure they did just that. We also have a kitchen. Anything else? We could go ahead and put a tanner in here. Make parchment and milk of lime and hide. Yeah, let's put the tanner over here as well. We won't make it. Oh my God, we have gold bars. I'm really concerned that we accidentally stole something here. So let's just go ahead and I'm going to put a stockpile over here. And what are we going to call this stockpile? Do we do finished goods for other materials? We can put leathers here. I don't just want to put corpses here. So that's a bit of a problem. Oh well. Can we find bones? Not bonobos. Let's go to the custom button again here, and can we just say leather, furniture, finished goods? Technically, okay. Apparently that's not working out. So we'll keep that as leather for now. We'll figure that out from there. But those need to be built. That's true. We have actually a very good surplus of wine, which is a plus. How are we doing on threads? By the way, this is all going to be important in a little bit. We do have a lot of pigtail thread, which is good. We are going to need to be making some more houses. I will get on that in just a minute. We are going to need to be working on security. I said before, we're going to be building a drawbridge. I half wonder if I want to be like making a little trap area through here if the drawbridge doesn't work. As I said before, I do kind of want to have this, maybe we can have like competing drawbridges. That would be fun. And then down here, we've been doing a little bit of digging, but not a ton of digging. We have some turquoise. I may as well go ahead and dig that out, even though it's in the aquifer. It's fun, right? Worst case is that we just get a little bit of stuff. Apparently, some of the stone can be wet because it's below an aquifer. That's something I did not know. As we can tell, there's a lot of game mechanics I don't know about. And there's been things I've been trying to do some good book learning here, like, for instance, the barracks. There's a few things that are missing in the barracks. We need some beds. We need more than one bed, in fact. So let's just go ahead and do 3 birchen beds and a partridge and a pear tree. And for some reason, all my first clicks are doing this here now. A table's okay. What we are also going to need is cabinet, so that people can actually store their stuff in. And you know what? We need to make this just a touch bigger, because we're gonna. Ooh, my clicks are getting clicky. That's a problem. But hey, at least y'all can hear me talk, so that's a plus. Or maybe a minus for some of y'all. We'll see. I'm just really relieved, as sad as it was to not get some of the commentary in there that I could edit out, me desperately looking for this button. So first off, let's go back to the noble screen real quick, because I did screw this up. Malfor Limmercog is going to be our commander here. I love that we have no combat skills. That's going to change, because if we look down at some of the dwarves in our tavern, up here. And finally, they are hanging out. You can see they are starting to get some military experience. Obviously, we have some issues here, but we're starting to build some memories as well. Empathy, remembering, discussing an acquaintance's problems. Afraid, this could be a problem a little bit later for Nish. But yeah, we have a creator of Odom Ladder who's eating. We have someone who's socializing, eating, and socializing. So we have a little bit of area here. That's nice. I guess the question is, let's go ahead and build a squad. So this is the squad menu, the thing I didn't see here. We're going to create a new squad. And we don't have a uniform. So this will be fine. The Squad of Folding. That's a terrible name for a squad. I love it. Especially for the complete lack of, like, military stuff here. View to the leader sheet. View positions in the squad. Customize the name. No, I love it. The squad symbol's fine. We're going to create a new squad. I think I already just did that. So the Crystalline Frills. No. Squad of Folding. Here we go. Here's our commander. So we have all these options here. Assign a station. Soldiers will stand near this point selected here. Assign the order. Assign Bureau Defenses. Assign training order. That'd be good. So we don't have a ton of equipment available. We do want to go ahead and have him do constant training. So that'll be fine. So who else can we add here? Not a wrestler, not a wrestler, not a wrestler. Do we have... Like, we need... One thing we're going to need is weapons, first off. So back to squads here. All right. Well, we're going to build some weapons here in just a second. New shield, new weapon. We do have maces, we do have battle axes, we do have training spears, bows. Well, these are individual choice melee. That's fine. I think we're just going to leave that for people here, and let's go ahead and add some more people. All right, who is not doing a lot right here? You're a miner. You're a bowyer. So we'll add you. Assign position 3. Woodcrafter, planter, tavern keeper, carpenter, gem cutter, bookkeeper. We kind of need our bookkeeper keeping the books. Fish cleaner can also be there, so that's fine. And our fishery worker as well, which means if we look back at our labor menu now, who's actually doing the plant gathering? Everybody can do this now. So not just only selected, everybody does it. I also got a suggestion that maybe I should make sure that is not relevant to brewing. We want to make sure that we're not actually cooking or brewing. It seems like we're doing okay. There's probably a little menu option that I missed, but there's 4 dwarves. We only really needed 3, so apparently once you join up, you join up. So figure that out later. All right. 4th bed. And you guys are going to be our military peeps in just a little bit. And we want, that's the order to train. Cancel an order here. But we do want them to be training. We do want them to be here. We have our monthly schedule. It's like Football Manager in a way. We don't want them to actually attack things. But we do actually kind of have some movement here, which is nice. So I did say before that we needed to actually, what's the word I'm looking for? Build some gear. One of the things that's going to be a little bit tough with that, first off, is that we're now having to do this whole setup just a little bit differently. So let's go ahead and clear all this out. This is still going to be our forging area. We've just gotta make it a different way here. And once we get some trading in here, we'll try to get these mugs out of here. So, all right. While this is all going on, let's look at our carpenter real quick and see if we can actually make some ammo. That's not what I wanted to do. Try that again. Ammo. Now it's going to be bolts, right? Or is that in the carpenters, or is that the craftsman? I was looking at the wrong thing, wasn't I? Alright. There we go. So we can make potentially bone bolts. We can potentially make wooden bolts. And the thing is that we may not be able to make a ton of these. But as long as we can make something to trade, we just want to help build relationships here. Alright, so bed's been completed. More damp earth completed. I imagine that's down here again. Yep, so we've got this stuff available. Let's go ahead and just do the workshops here. So furnaces, we are going to have not a kiln. We need a smelter. That's true. We need a wood furnace. So let's go ahead and do this here. And I don't know exactly how much we're going to be able to like do with this just yet. But at least we can get it started. So here's a smelter. Here's even more of our stuff as the water's popping out a little bit. We can fix that later. All right. Or we can just let it flood now. That'd be fun. All right. We'll fix it now. Okie doke. You know what we do? We just cut out the whole thing and replace that with a wall. That's fine. All right. While that's going on and we're flooding our basement, let's just go ahead and start working on our next layer of housing here. So we're going to make this just a touch different here. I don't know what I'm doing, but it seemed like a good idea at the time. All right. And did we flood our basement just a little bit? All right. Okay, limestone should be fine. Limestone should be fine. And does that cover the aquifer? For the most part, it should. Because this looks like it is, in fact. We'll see if it evaporates. And wood furnace here. Can make some charcoal. And this is a smelter which requires ore and fuel. We'll figure that out a little bit later. So let's look at our barracks and see how our barracks is doing. So far we have beds, we have potentially a training area here. I probably need to build some armor stands. Ooh, wow. Can't even render fat. Alright, so left click to recenter and expand options. So if we look at you real quick, congratulations, you have been recruited. And everybody's just gathered in the temple. I'll tell you, I need to actually build another temple as well. So we'll do it. We'll do it right here. And you know, we also need to add some value. We have some statues, right? There we go. I don't know why there's food on the road. This is a well-prepared char stew. The ingredients are minced parsnip. So we have good food. We have a cave lobster. This is a plump helmet. Interesting. Alright. I am just as confused as nobody else is here, so we're just going to kind of do the same pattern as before for stuff. Except maybe a little more like this. I'll give somebody a bigger room if they want it, I guess. And give somebody a bigger room, I guess. We'll keep these on the outside. Once again, this is just our place for dwarves to dream of electric sheep. Doesn't have to be anything too crazy. And we'll keep this right here in case we want it later. So while that's going on, did we flood? Still need empty things here, so we're not building down further. Looks like this is just going to be a problem, so you know what we do. If you're a dwarf and you have a problem, the answer is to strike the earth. So that's what we're going to do. Sure, it may look like the floor is peeing all over itself, but okay, we can't do that. We gotta let somebody mine this out. Or I guess technically. And then we do one more. And then we cancel this order like this. That's not the cancel order button. That's one thing that always confuses me. So we'll see here. As long as this stays like this, and I'm wondering here, since this is sandstone, I might actually be able to do an underground farm over here. And we have gray Langer blood. I'm assuming that's because a dwarf washed themselves off here. So Kaolinite. Alright, but we have even more blood here. Do we have more combat? An animal's going to become a stray guinea hen. That's good. Rock doors are done. Ooh, a masterpiece door. Awesome. Damp stone. Oh boy. We need more logs. Alright. And we need more storage space, allegedly, so let's just, you know... This is like the biggest, messiest storage thing I've ever done in this game. I love it. Alright. How many doors do we have? We can just keep the game rolling while this is going on. Okay, try again. Doors. Door. Like, we don't have to finish these all at once. So let's see how many beds we have. Got a few. This is one thing we're going to need wood for, and that's where I was saying before, it's a little dicey for me to start trying to make charcoal. We're going to have to be very judicious until we can get things set up appropriately. So, look, more bedrooms. That's not what I want. How many chests do we have? Not many. Alright, craft dwarves. Coffer. Not coffin. Rock coffer. We're actually going to need 15 of those. Just a good way to use some of those stone stores. You know what, let me go ahead and make some armor stands. That could be worth just a little bit too. Alright. So we're going to paint this. And this area is ready to be a temple. We need to actually make doors. How many rock doors? Let's say 30. Alright. And then we have an altar. There's an offering place. And then we need even more statues. Cool. Alright. So we don't know exactly what this is going to be for just yet. Need to chill on the right clicking a little bit. Oh no, are we out? We're out of chairs. All right. Rock thrones. Definitely gonna need like 30 of these. Okay, cool. So we have shit we can do, and while that's building here. All right. We still don't have much of anything that we can, like... Like, if we're trying to build a weaponsmith here... Alright. We definitely don't want to build it out of steel. Melt a metal object. Ugh. We don't have laminite. We don't have malachite. There's a lot of things here we don't have. It'd be nice if I could actually be like, hey, by the way, we have this, but it's okay. It just means we need to explore and dig a little more. That is... You guys have too much food and not enough to eat. Oh, no. Oh, guys. Who dropped the rotten shed? Oh, no. Okay, trash. Refuse pile. Please, for the love of God. Get this shit out of here. Oh my God. It's like, that's a lot of food just sitting out. Okay, well, I guess the tavern stinks now, and everyone's kind of hiding in here. Is this a visitor? Embarrassed after sleeping without a proper room. Really, bro? Alright. Well, everyone's stinking their way out of here. Technically, we could close the tavern, I guess. But let's smooth these walls. And let's make this a meeting place. Alright, did we do it? Alright, it's going to be another temple. Now, 4, 0, 2, 3, 4, 4, 6. Alright. So we got a bunch of people that are sad. Maybe it's because this stinks to high hell. So how do we make this, like, clean faster? You can haul. You can haul, you can haul, you can haul. Everybody fucking haul all of this food out. Like, we have this beautiful tavern, and everybody just stank it up. Now, I could, like, try to punch a hole up to the sky to just vent the miasma out. At this point, that may be the only way I'm saving this, short of sealing the tavern and putting it somewhere else. But it's like, why are we putting our snacks on the floor? Ugh. This isn't going to kill people. You got caught in miasma, how disgusting. Like, what are we doing here? Can we just, like, haul this shit? I can't necessarily order the dwarves to do this, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this the Minecraft way, I guess, not the Minecraft way. But we are going to speak for the trees, speak for the Lorax, speak for all that stuff, and we're just gonna make a terrible, no good, very bad, rotted food area. Since apparently we can't be bothered to run it upstairs. If we just close it off there, it should be okay. Annoying. Alright, so we have prepared meals that are now rotting. We have a barracks that's still... Oh no. Moses Finicus Woodcrafter withdraws from society. Like, where'd you go? He's in a strange mood. Probably from breathing all that miasma. So we're just leaving fish. We have officially made too much food. Stop. 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 Alright. And we don't know what you're doing, but he's particularly secretive and hopefully not like murdering everybody. So maybe somebody, I guess the question is there a cleanup over here? I don't know. Almost looks like there was a dead shad here, and now the shad's not here. Unless we took it down to the corpse factory. For the butcher shop. Don't know if we can tan a hide. Butcher an animal. Don't know if we have an animal to butcher. We have struck something, though. So that's exciting. So our place stinks, it turns out. We can go ahead and do our trash pit here. In fact, we're going to name this Trash Pit. And this is going to be for corpses, refuse. Can we have rotted food? Ugh. Rotten rawhide. Okay, well. Maybe there's just something I'm missing. That's okay. Needs a butcherable animal, I bet. Alright, let's make this a little bit bigger. Not that. Okay, so rotten mussel stew. There we go. So now all of our miasma should just be in here. We can always dig this out. Make it bigger and use it as punishment. A punishment room. Anyway. Let's go ahead and work on a drawbridge. This will be fun. Surely nothing can happen here when we gotta actually channel, don't we? There we go. Okay. Oh, this is fascinating. We are all up in an aquifer right here. I actually like that a lot. As long as we don't kill the dwarves. Okay. So we'll see what this does. Let's go ahead and actually take out these and take out this. And see if we can leave. Saving the game. There we go. Early spring. We've survived a year. All right. I have some dwarves that are super pissed off. Wonder if it's because they breathed in a bunch of miasma. They have socks everywhere. Why are we not taking socks? Do I need to pick some other clothes or something? I don't know for sure. Alright. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to have like an actual fucking underground moat. Pardon my language. What a calm, relaxing game this is supposed to be. Alright. But we have one dwarf that's incredibly happy, and we have a few dwarves that are super pissed off. We'll check the super pissed off dwarves here in just a moment. I just want to make sure we're paused so we don't accidentally kill people since we have opened the floodgates here. Who's angry? Okay, Datan. We don't know why you're upset. Why must they be so violent? We just know that you are upset. Okay, so you don't like having been attacked. That's fair. And Inod, who's an expert gem cutter. You are euphoric due to being drunk, so hopefully that sadness is temporary. We'll need to get those out of the trash pit in a little bit. Anyway, let's go back down here real quick. We're going to need to channel one more here. Just to make sure we don't murder our dwarves. Because if all this does start to flow in, and maybe we do that. It's going to be really funny if something comes in that can swim at us. Sounds like the exact kind of thing that would happen in Dwarf Fortress, but We'll do it anyway. All right. So there we go. Let's build a drawbridge. Hopefully I can build a drawbridge. That's not a drawbridge. That's a bridge. So set the draw direction below, then select the corners of the bridge. All right. So we can have it go up or down. Okay. So how many do we need? Is it going to be... Alright. User error, as is tradition. Alright, and it looks like we are going to have a very wet... Let's put a wall here. Hopefully we don't have to go down there to set the wall in there. We're going to have a sad dwarf. Now, I don't know how exactly this bridge is going to, like, work. But there we go. Lots of trash pile. Lots of mussel shells. I'd love to do something with the mussel shells. Can we, I'm pretty sure the crafts guy at the craftsman's table. Sketches and pictures of a forest. Alright, yeah, we need to make like a bunch of shit with mussel shells. It turns out. Okay, cool. So we'll figure this out a little bit later. And here we go. Here's our barracks that still doesn't have a chest. So let's take a look real quick. Because now you're also part of the barracks, except... And you will... The Swords of Folding. We can use it to rest. We can use it to train. We'll store their individually assigned stuff here. Oh, yes. Okay. So it's nice that it was something just as simple as forgetting to put things in here. But there we go. You are still satisfied remembering work. You are a militia commander. You need to haul this shit out. So, masterpiece limestone door. Cool. That's been done. Spring is here. You've struck lignite. We need more logs. Okay, let's... We haven't chopped much on this side. I half wonder if we pissed off the wildlife. Well, it doesn't look like there's too many logs over here. But I half wonder if I pissed off the wildlife, and that's why they attacked, because we chopped some trees. Alright, well. We're not going after all the trees. So we're gonna just do our best. They will regrow eventually. We got some wheat and other shit too. Cool. Alright. Which way is the mouse wheel go? I don't know. We got a lot of drinks here. We don't have any hides to tan. We can actually butcher animals. Okay, so... We want to make sure we're not making all the charcoal in the world. So let's stop that for now. Alright, cool. Wait, stray dog's giving birth to puppies and I didn't click on the notification. Oh no. Okay. Stray puppy! All the puppies. I need a better place for you animals. And how are you doing? You're satisfied with work. Everyone's pretty happy. we're getting some happier people here. We got still one person that's pretty pissed off, but here's our squad. How are they going to train? Sometimes I just don't like somebody having a drink without using a goblet. So, we're wrestling right now. I desperately need to get some stuff to get some weapons. I should have some weapons. You know, I may just figure that out off camera real quick, because I got some other shit I want to do. Let's see here. First off, have we... Is this going to be 1 out of 7 the whole time? Because if it is, that's just silly. Okay, let's, we never actually built a lever, did we? And we never assigned these to be actual bedrooms, so let's fix that too. $11 more bedrooms. It's not all the bedrooms, but it's a bonus. Alright, cabinets. Actually, don't have a ton of these, so... Did we really decide to build cabinets out of fucking salt pepper? Huh, wasteful dwarves. I would like my storage unit to be made out of a notoriously explosive material. Let's see how this works out. And we're just gonna polish that turd. And it'll be fine. And we have Officey the Office. Looks like this would be the kind of place where we totally want a bookcase, isn't it? And like a statue and some shit. Oh, we need to build traction benches. Shit. Okay. Statue. Look at how important you are. You should feel better. Alright. Let's go ahead and smooth out the hospital. Smooth this out too. Fair is fair. Okay. Oh, Woodcutter has created a sandpear wood scepter. Cool. Alright. Why? I'll figure out that too. Okay, so that's exciting. You know what? No, let's cancel the removal here, and we are going to make a... We are going to make... Can we make shell helms? Like, these are shells, right? Let's find out. Let's make a shell gauntlet. Let's make a shell figurine. Let's even make some shell leggings. Cool. Alright, we are still 1 of 7. And we're getting a pile of mud here, so... Whoever falls down here... Like, why are we getting music box sound? I guess because we have our first child born here. Wherever that is. Has given birth to a boy. Dwarven baby! Looks like the regular dwarves, but it's cool. Bad with words. High willpower. Good focus. Poor memory. 0 years old. Personality. Great ability to focus. An iron will. Very good sense of empathy, but has a bad intuition. Literal natural inclination towards music. A poor memory. Very bad. It's a baby. Of course it's missing some stuff. Alright. No memories because it's a baby. Alright. So we definitely... Okay, we're not making bone bolts here. We've made some wooden bolts. Need to let the kid play with rocks. Rock! Toy. You know what, that makes me think up here. Rock. Oh, why? I'm sure there's something missing at the mechanics workshop. But all you gotta do is just add a lever to make this drawbridge actually be able to work. But since we're here, and since things are not working quite like I had expected, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just remove this. Did I just accidentally make stairs? I always do that to myself. It's like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because this is what we did for the other one, so surely it'll work now, right? Like we have just mud, and mud is not very interesting. And then we can make a whole, like, set of walls here to make this really annoying. And we'll put some other traps there and stuff, but yeah, this is funny and awkward. Uh-oh. A woodcrafter, a sandwood scepter, so it was there and now it's gone. And needs empty food storage item. We need more barrels, I guess, don't we? Let's cancel this. We got enough. Barrel. You know, there's other things we can make other than that, but this is how this shit rots, isn't it? So it's going to be a little bit of a problem, and then it goes to the trash pile. And do we have... Oh my god, we have cats running around too. What manner of shit is this? Okay. What animals are allowed here? Yay, all the babies are allowed. So they're just hanging out by the river. It's cool. Kind of want to see if I can let them go across the river, but it's okay. We have a buck hare. It's big. Didn't feel anything while it's in conflict. We still have vomit everywhere. And are you guys actually training, or are you just standing there? But yeah, that'll do it for Dwarf Fortress right now. As I said, it's one of those fun things where the more you know, the more you know, the more you know that you don't know. We got no migrants this season. That's not super surprising considering we have a giant pile of trash over here. But we are working on things. And I don't know what that's going to turn into, but we do have I don't know. We have a lot going on here. We have a little bit of security. We have a maze that we're kind of trying to set up a little bit. We have this, which is finally filling. Oh, that took its dear sweet time to fill. But this will officially fill, which means that we can cancel these orders, these orders. So we're good. All right. So this moat, it took its time, but it's going to be a moat. Hey everybody, Asher here with kind of a tacked on into the last video, because I came to a realization as I was finishing recording and spending so much time going, going through trying to figure out some things here in the fortresses. I'm just going to do a quick scroll through just kind of to show in summation where we're at. The Dwarf Fortress is a very complicated game, and while it's a game that I've played, it hasn't come I haven't gone necessarily too far in it, so it's worth mentioning that while we're here and while we are having some fun, there are some mechanics that really, if I'm making a video on it, I should learn and I should be fairly competent at, which does mean that I think going forward I'm just going to have to accept that some of these videos are going to need a little more editing than my usual one-push playthrough, which I think is fine. I think that's also a fairly good preparation for Kerbal Space Program 2 coming out in February, because I will be doing content on that and will need to be similarly edited. That said, there's some things I want to fix before time is over here, so let's go ahead and do that now. First off, I was struggling with, oh my god, how do I build a lever? I kept clicking on the mechanic shop. You don't have to click on the mechanic shop. First off, let's get to the bridge here, which did take me a little bit long to build, but we're fine. We just need to link it to a lever. It's under here. And I'm sure somebody was staring at the screen saying, let's go. I'm going to put the lever in the office. Wow. I'm going to put the lever in the office because that seems like the right place to put it. And we will go ahead and attach that in just a second because there's something else I want to do. If you noticed down here, the walls are crying. We have a few other problems with, let's say, leaking. I've tried to patch it up a little bit. What's really fascinating here is that since we have sandstone down here and aquifers and stuff, I could potentially turn this into farmland really well, which would be interesting to have the farmland next to a smelter. So we're going to be doing that maybe a little later. For now, I'm just going to wall it off with kind of the understanding that eventually we are going to be fixing this. We are not going to use gold bars, although it's interesting that we have successfully gotten some gold here. Can we cancel this construction? Yes, we can. So we do have mud here. It's available. You can see some dwarves have taken a bath, which is fairly interesting here. So that should be patched up. The other thing is that I have one smelter, and I did have a work order on it to make. Apologies, had cat drama with the food. I've discussed it before, but it's always cats. You can see also that I was trying to do some stuff with the furnace here to get things started, because we are going to need some metal, and so far I have not actually found iron. And if we look here at our furnaces and everything, we do have our smelter, which metal can be smelted. We also have plenty of these other things here. We don't have magma available to us. But one issue is that we're going to need to make some coke. Let me go ahead and put that in here. Because we don't have a lot of wood available. We haven't actually found bismuth, which I should know how to pronounce that. But we have found lignite, which is something I forgot about. We actually had quite a bit of lignite that we dug out on the surface, and you can use that to make coke and should be able to use that to actually smelt things. So we're going to need to build a second smelter. That is a ferry. We can't click on the ferry right now, but we have a ferry. So hooray, our first kind of blissful, mirthful area here. We have bumblebees and a ferry and blood everywhere. So that's another thing I'm going to need to do, which means if we get back down here, I am literally going to need to build a second smelter, which is fine. It's just one of those things, again, where I should know some of this stuff better, but at some point you got to learn the game, and that's kind of where we're at. Now we still have a wood furnace here, and we can use this to make ash or charcoal with wood. I may not end up needing to do that, but we do also have a forge as well here. We don't have iron right now, which is going to be an issue. So eventually, once we find iron, that's going to be kind of our next goal. We'll start being able to get some weapons. And weapons are important because of the poor squad things. And it's been 2 episodes of me struggling with barracks and squads. I did disband a squad before. We are actually going to remake the squad. And the reason for that is because I am stupid and a little impatient. We have the named paddles. That's pretty good. Not as good as the old name. Maybe I'll stick with that here. We need to add some dwarves. We are not going to add 4 dwarves. We're going to add 3 dwarves to it. And I do think our fishery worker is good, and I do think our metalsmith is a novice wrestler. We're going to be needing you to be a metalsmith here in a little bit. Our fish cleaner, who's one of our haulers. So all of our fishing people is fine. Now, I did make some mistakes before, so let's go ahead and correct this now. First off, if we look at the schedule, the reason that I was having trouble getting them to train is that I didn't realize that I needed to highlight. I thought it was already when I was going here. I thought I'd click training. they hadn't trained. Now I can edit their schedule, but we're not going to mess with that right now. Also, we have, let's see, actually, do we need to, no, we don't need to do it this way. We also need to figure out at the barracks, since we have some beds and some coffers here, and there's two other sides of the barracks that I want to talk about here. This barracks, the named paddles, we do want them to at least train here. We want them to store their weapons here. I don't know if I want them to sleep here or not right now. Squad level equipment here, such as ammunition, absolutely. So I did get that right, and they do have a little bit of a training area. I may actually just polish this off. Just to let it be, like, polished and everything. Wow, that's the insightful commentary you get from here. But finally, the other big thing, because I don't want people actually wrestling here, we don't have a regular uniform. But we can go over to details, and we can pick things. We can have them choose any number of things, and if we look back at our stocks real quick, we do have weapons. Oh, I've actually managed to make some bolts as well, so we can trade those. We don't have a ton of weapons, but we can have weapons. So what I'm going to let my dwarves do, and this is going to be just something that I'll have to keep going here, is that we're just going to do individual choice. We can do just shields or bucklers. Just do footwear, and as long as we give them a generic thing here, leg wear, head wear, armor. We don't have a ton of that here. We'll call it basic, confirm, and save uniform. Can we actually assign a uniform to all these? Yes, maybe. So in other words, I'm going to be having some more squad members eventually anyway, but once we get our smelting and mining and armoring going. Did I not? I actually didn't confirm. That's the other problem here. I've ran into this in a few games recently. I think I'm just losing my mind. Is that I don't actually hit the confirm button. Confirm. And there we go. And we forgot to assign a shield or buckler. Confirm. Now, these things mean that we don't have all the stuff here just yet. But they're trying to get it. So that's cool. And if we assign a uniform, once again, we had this. And for some reason, it's not letting me confirm it, so I don't know. All right, anyway, people are smoothing things out. We have our food down here, which is okay. But yeah, other thing, since I almost forgot, we should have a lever over here in a minute. We're putting it in here, and it's very simple. We just link. We build a lot of mechanisms. Link the lever. It should already be linked, actually, that way. And if we have somebody pull the lever, well, we got to actually have them link it first. So there's going to be some doors that go between there. Now we have actual bridges and stuff. And right now, so far, this is not actually linked. So we pull the lever, bridge is up. Where does that drawbridge go? Nobody really knows. And once again, this is, I don't have the UI thing on to increase the depth here, but or display the depth, but eventually we'll get there. Making rock thrones is completed. We have militia commander. We are we're low on wood, which is where, once again, if we can go back down here real quick, is we have these. Did we actually patch this up successfully? I hope so. I guess we'll find out in a minute, because we have a 2 here. So this was eventually going to get flooded. All right, so that was maybe just while I was paused. But if we add a work order here and we decide to make coke out of lignite, and where was the coke? Is actually, or the lignite's actually up here on the surface. I have quite a bit of it. That's microlinite. That's not what we want. Lignite. Make coke. So coke is another word for coal. It's not exactly the same thing, but it's close enough. And where did we actually have lignite? I will have to check on the map here, because we had quite a bit that we dug through. So That'll at least get us started once we find iron. There we go, lignite. Our housing, we're housing our dwarves in coal. We can literally set them on fire. That's exciting. And we have even more over here, so that's fun. But yeah, once we get down here to the crafting alley here, let's just go ahead and expand this just a touch more. We'll just need to actually bring it over here. And let's go ahead and add a task here. And that actually needs fuel. So we actually need to try to make charcoal again. And this is going to be a little bit dicey with the wood situation. Because we need to prioritize that. And just a little bit of charcoal will get us to be able to move and make coke. And we're going to add a task here. I don't know if it's going to let me do it yet. Yeah, it's not going to let me do it yet. So once we get some coal in here, that's going to make a really, really big difference. But I at least want to go through and say I am only a partial moron. Oh, was interrupted by a K? Oh. Well, here we go. Here's our militia commander. Look at how fancy he's dressed now. Blissful, sleeping in a very good bedroom. Dabbling axe dwarf of the named paddles. It's cool. Alright, so they should be training, but they're not necessarily living in here. Waiting for combat training. We just need some more people in here, but now, hopefully, if we get attacked by things, we should be able to fight them off. That's the plan. I actually kind of want to get rid of the stockpile and just move it downstairs. I can go ahead, and we don't have a wood stockpile anymore. We have a refuse stockpile. Question being, is it time for us to close this up? Because if it is, we are definitely going to need to move our pasture to like up here, which means that we would probably need, to be honest here, to build some stairs back up here, because this is where the drawbridge is. But before I forget and start the next recording without this here, let's go ahead and pull the lever. It should be linked. There we go. So bridge is back. It's all good. So that's going to do it for this one. This is Asher with more Dwarf Fortress. Like I said, expect to see a little bit more edited stuff here in the future. Yeah, you need refined coal. Well, like I said, once we get coal, we should be able to get this going. The problem with not having coal is that we need wood. And the problem with wood, as I've said before, is that we're going to choppy chop some trees. We don't have a lot of trees left to choppy chop. We kind of need them to grow back a little bit. So let's see if we can piss off the wildlife some more. This will be fine. What are the elves going to say to us anyway? We have a few more trees than maybe I thought here. Let's get you down too. Alright. Well, that'll do it for this one. Like I said, this is probably going to be our pasture lands eventually. And then we're going to have some fun stuff on the other side of the river too. And then the more important thing is that we're going to need to dig down and find some iron so we can have some better gear. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. See you again soon. Take care.